I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So the Minnesota Vikings finna get Bradbury up out of there. They're finna trade him, get him out the building. Well, my bad, not trade him, but release him because they can't get a trade for him. Some people are mad. Some people have mixed opinions. Fans have a problem with the Vikings just releasing Garrett Bradbury. I don't care how they get him out of there, as long as he out of there. You hear me? Yeah, we're gonna get into some Harrison Smith news as well. Harrison Smith is returning. We really gonna break it down. Do you agree with it? Are you happy with it? Et cetera, et cetera. But first off, Garrett Bradbury, I could give you damn how we go. Just let him go, homie. Straight up. And people, fans talking about, oh, the Vikings couldn't have got a 6th-round pick, couldn't have got a 7th-round pick. They were able to trade for Ed Ingram. So what? That shows you right there. Teams don't care for Bradbury. Nobody wants Garrett Bradbury, huh? You hear me? I'm hearing speculations, rumors that the Niners might accept him, might try to acquire him. Go ahead. The Falcons, go ahead. I don't care who gets him, bro. Get Garrett Bradbury out the building. It's been too long. But for Vikings fans that have a problem for Garrett Bradbury exiting the building, I don't care if the Vikings earned a draft pick or not. If they release him on GP or not, who cares? So what? Get him out the building. After his piss poor play, after how trash and atrocious he has been up front, dog. How he gets bench pressed year after year by the best, biggest, elite defensive lineman interior. How he gets his chest pushed in, pushed back, and y'all got a problem for the Vikings getting rid of him, huh? Pick and choose punk chumps, huh? You want your cake and eat it too? I'm glad Bradbury is out the building. I'm glad Garrett Bradbury is out the building. Yeah, I'm glad he's no longer getting over. I'm glad he no longer can be the first one in the lunch line asking for extra meat on his spaghetti, extra sauce, extra cheese on his garlic bread. You hear me, dog? Extra pepperoni on his pizza. I'm glad his ass is out the building, homie. You hear me, dog? This was the best news yet. Best news I've seen in Vikings territory in a long time for a short time, et cetera, dog. I didn't even got to get into it and talk about it too much. Spend too much time on the topic. We know what it is. They got Ryan Kelly. Garrett Bradbury stay for what? What, to be a backup? You got another rookie center there who was a rookie last year. Let him be the backup, huh? Time for him to step up, huh? Oh, you telling me Vikings fans really have some nerve? The nerve of them to talk about why not try to get a trade? Why just let Bradbury go? Let him go. Get about the bill. Nobody want him. Nobody care for him. You see no team biting at the bit to get him. Oh, the Vikings can't get a trade. I wonder why. Because don't no team want to give up no draft capital for Bradbury's soft ass, big back ass. Would you? Would you? I wouldn't. What has Garrett Bradbury proven he can do? Oh, some may say, oh, he's good at zone run blocking. Oh, really? I say he's mediocre. I say he's average. That's about it. Pass blocking, we know what that is. Piss poor. So him being mediocre average, does that make up for him being piss poor and pass blocking? Does that make up for him being bench press every game against the best of the best? And you fans actually going to cry? Got something to say about it? Got something to say about what Kwesi has done in the offseason in free agency? You jive turkey punk chumps, huh? You unappreciative punk chumps, huh? You hear me? The nerve of you. How many years have we been asking the Vikings, okay, address your interior, get Bradbury out the building, please, dog. Please, dog, with a capital P on that thing there. Oh, now they finally release him, finally getting rid of him, finally making moves and maneuvers, really revamping this front line interior, and y'all got a damn problem. Oh, come on, bro. What the problem is? Vikings fans, you either Minnesota Vikings nice or you want to disrespect the GMs and coaches. Now you got a problem. Now you got a complaint with how they're releasing him, how they're getting him off the squad, off the roster. So what? As long as he leaves the building, exits quickly and swiftly, guess what? I'm cool with it, bro. I'm cool with it. I stand on that 10 toes down. Are you kidding me here? What has he done for this organization besides take money and be soft up front? Ram soft, Lion soft, versus every team soft, dog. Even against the worst teams, what has Garrett Bradbury done? Fire them comments up. Let me know. Let me know quickly and swiftly. You hear me? Tired of this crap, man. Let's get into this article, dog. The nerve of these fans here. Huh? The nerve of some fans here, huh? Got a problem. Vikings facing backlash. What backlash could they possibly face, huh? Backlash for releasing this chump? Are you serious? Are we delusional here? Vikings facing backlash for pending release of former first-round draft pick. Wow. The writing was on the wall that the Minnesota Vikings could part ways with several longtime starters. Minnesota splurged in the first couple of days of free agency, spending nearly $250 million in signings, the most of any team in the NFL. Among those signings was the acquisition of Indianapolis Colts center Ryan Kelly and guard Will Fries, which put incumbent starters Ed Ingram, which they got a 6th-round draft pick for in 26, and Garrett Bradbury's futures in question. On March 13th, the Vikings traded Ingram, a 2022 second-round pick, to the Houston Texans in exchange for a 2026 6th-round pick. Bradbury, a 2019 first-round pick. First round, are you kidding me? Yeah, all right, Gump. Should have fetched at least similar draft capital, if not an earlier pick. Fetch why? Nobody wants him. Nobody wants the soft boy. Coward. However, according to the Athletic's Deanna Rossini, Minnesota plans to release Bradbury with 1 year remaining on his contract. Here go Deanna Rossini talking, running her yappers. The Vikings plan to release O-line Garrett Bradbury, their 2019 first-round pick. Once again, are you shocked? Are you surprised? If so, for what? How could you be appalled at this move here? Get him out of there. Who cares, bro? Once again, who cares how he leaves? Let him leave. Kick rocks, homie. Kick rocks. You hear? As it appears, the Vikings couldn't find a trade partner for Bradbury. Several fans called out the potential blunder by Minnesota. The fact that Ingram can fetch a draft pick, but Bradbury can't, is making my head fuzzy. Well, keep your head fuzzy. Take some damn Tylenol, punk chump. One commenter wrote in response to Rossini's report, damn. One would think that the Vikings could at least get a 6th-round pick like they did for Ingram, or maybe slightly better, another fan said. Oh, well. Yeah, you're damn right. Oh, well. Maybe teams look at Ed Ingram as more of a prospect or more of a better player than Bradbury. Have you took that in consideration? Oh, well, guy. Huh? Mr. Fan, Vikings fan, turn your fan card in on me. You hear me? ESPN analyst Jordan Reed also shared his thoughts. Surprised Minnesota couldn't get at least a pick swap for him. Bradbury is a fine run blocker in OZ heavy schemes. You don't watch Vikings games, boy. You don't watch Vikings games, my boy. Stop the cap, Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed, huh? Get up out of here, dog. Turn his TV off, dog. No cap. But just struggles to anchor in pass pro. Bradbury's O-line coach at NC State holds the same position for the Falcons, a team that makes a lot of sense after losing Dahlman. Let him go over there then with Kirk Cousins and them then. Huh? Jordan Reed, who never watches Vikings football. Jordan Reed, dog, but always got his yappers on the Vikings. Shut up, bro. Period, bro. Get him out of there once again. Keeping Bradbury as a depth piece remains an option that wouldn't hemorrhage the Vikings' spending power. He carries a $6 million cap hit for the 2025 season, and cutting him will create a $3.6 million now or $5 million with the post-June 1 designation. Why not play him at left guard and provide depth at center? A fan wrote, because he's a bum. And he's soft. And he's too small. Talking about put him at left guard. Are you goofy? You fake fan? Turn your fan card in. You big goofy? Why not play him at left guard? Because he's a bum. We've seen enough. It is a curious move if it goes final, which appears to be the case. He's so cheap. Just keep him prepped. Another fan pleaded. Why give up all leverage? Because they know he's a bum. Are you kidding me, bro? All these questions. Why this? Why that? Because he's a bum. Punk chump. We know why. Garbage, trash, atrocious. Seen enough. Seen enough, homie. It's over with. It's over with. Get him out of there. Quickly and swiftly out of there. Heavy. It's obviously clear how the Vikings feel about him. KOC, the O-line coach, Quasi, they've had enough. They've seen enough on film, in-game action. They know the scoop, the 411. They know. That's all that matters. Kill the noise, the outside noise, who know nothing about the Vikings football for real, who know nothing about the roster, the personnel, dog. The coaches know Kevin O'Connell, KOC. If they didn't want to try to ship him for a deal, keep him as a backup. So what, bro? Who's concerned? I don't care who's concerned. I don't care who got an issue with it. Real true Vikings fans know the business, huh? The business. We've been saying this shit for 5-6 years plus. Time to go. Adios. Adios, amigo. Next topic, Harrison Smith. Shout out Hitman Harrison Smith, dog. He will return for a 14 season. Now, understand, I'm sure that Rams loss, that playoff loss, left a bad taste in his mouth. Right? Now, when it comes to Hitman, I have no problem with him returning, only if he's just there for experience, leadership. Now, he probably will get on the field. He will be in the rotation, but it should be Theo Jackson time and other young safeties times, right? Heavy, bro. Period, no cap, bro. Harrison Smith is clear evident he's lost a step, maybe a step or two. No disrespect. We just stating facts here. What is the main goal of the Vikings for re-signing him? Like I say, is it strictly bringing him in for leadership? Well, give me 1 second. What is going on here? I don't know what that glitch was about. Yeah. Is it strictly bringing him in? Oh, come on, bro. Get up out of here, bro. Is it strictly for bringing him in for leadership, to be a leader on the defense, dog, to help the younger guys? Do they plan on drafting a safety, trying to find one in free agency somehow? But for me, it's Theo Jackson time, homie. Period. Now, Brian Flores can still get Harrison Smith involved, put him on a line of scrimmage, send him on blitzes. But Harrison Smith being a starter, in my opinion, it's not going to work. If we're talking about speed on the defense getting younger, elevating the defense, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? There's no doubt Harrison Smith is an experienced vet. Respect to him for proving he wants to stay a Viking in his career as a Viking, taking a pay cut, restructuring his contract, all that. Respect to him. But at the end of the day, we need the best man on the field. And at the end of the day, his coverage skills are below average now. I repeat, Hitman's coverage skills are below average now. No, I trust him at the line of scrimmage, sending him on blitzes, being aggressive, putting him in attack mode. But it's time for some younger safeties to step up, and Theo Jackson being one of them. Hitman, I hope the Vikings compete at a high level, potentially for a Super Bowl ring. Hitman deserves it, if anybody. Out of all the Vikings who came through the building the last 10, 12 years, he's the one who gets the most respect, not only for his play on the field, but his respect, his loyalty he has shown to the Vikings year in, year out. You know, taking pay cuts, et cetera, et cetera. We know the scoop, we know the business. But if we're going to sit here and lie and act like Harrison Smith is the same safety, same player he was 4-5 years ago, that's cap. And you are delusional, dog. Period, dog. Bottom line. You are delusional. So it's time for a revamp on the personnel and with the roster. We need a roster change, dog, as far as starting safeties. Now, how will that look? Which way will the Vikings go? We shall see. But at the end of the day, I'm glad, happy, respect to Hitman, dog. I'm rooting for the dude. Homie, heavy. But it's facts. He lacks in coverage skills. Yeah. Period. Let's get into the article, though, man. See what's really going down. Once again, you're disrespecting Hitman, this and that. You're disrespecting Hitman. Stop the cap. I got the utmost respect for Hitman, bro. The years, the work he has put in, I respect Hitman to the fullest, homie. Never get it twisted or misconstrued. Respect Hitman to the fullest. You hear me? We got to be real here, though. Vikings and safety Harrison Smith strike a deal for his 14th season. Smith's plan wasn't a bit certain when the Vikings season ended suddenly, but a new contract brought him back. Harrison Smith has played 192 games for the Vikings. Respect. More than any other player to suit up for the team in the 21st century. He's got a chance to become the first Vikings player with 200 games since the Ring of Honor member who helped draft him. Smith will return for his 14th season with the Vikings after agreeing to a new deal with the team for the 25 season. According to a source with knowledge of the situation, the 36-year-old safety will make $11 million with $10.25 million base salary and up to $750,000 in roster bonuses, and can earn another $3 million in incentives based on his statistics and the Vikings' success. And what more could you ask for if you're Hitman, if you're the Vikings? You know, it's fair ball for both sides. Both sides win. Hitman still get a decent contract, very good, $11 million. That's very solid for him at this point in his career. And if he balls out, certain incentives in the contract, if he balls out, depending on the Vikings' success, he can get even more money in bonus pay. So it's a win-win for both sides, huh? Coach Kevin O'Connell and defensive coordinator Brian Flores emphatically stated they hoped Smith would return for another year, but the safety status seemed uncertain in the emotional post-mortem of the Vikings wild card playoffs loss to the Rams. Like I say, I'm sure it left a bad taste in his mouth. Smith fought back tears as he answered questions about his future and talked about his bond with younger players like safety Josh Metellus and Cameron Bynum. He decided to give it at least one more year in Minnesota, though, after taking some time to contemplate his future with his family this offseason, and agreed to a new deal on the first day of free agency. And you can tell Hitman, he loves the game. He loves being a Viking. He loves playing, dog, period. And I respect it. He was under contract for 2025 with the league minimum base salary of $1.25 million. But he would have had a $25 million base salary for 26 become fully guaranteed if he were on the Vikings roster by this weekend. The terms for the old deal, in other words, were a placeholder that would force both Smith and the Vikings to make a decision on his future early in the offseason. On Wednesday night, the two sides agreed to rip up those terms in favor of a new deal for 2025. Respect to both sides, dog. Salute. You hear me? Smith's return means he will extend a career in Minnesota that's already made him certain to join the Vikings Ring of Honor alongside former teammates Jared Allen and Kevin Williams, as well as Scott Studwell, the linebacker who became the Vikings college scouting director after his career and scouted Smith before the Vikings took him 29th overall in 2012. Smith, who has played 192 regular season games for the Vikings, needs 10 to surpass Studwell. If he plays all 17 and 25, he'll tie Carl Alleer for the fourth most in Vikings history. He'll also have another year as a marauder in Florida's defense, which reinvigorated Smith and drew him back to Minnesota on a rework deal for the third time. Respect, shout out. In 2025, Smith intercepted 3 passes for the 8th time in his career and sacked Aaron Rodgers in London to become the 7th player in NFL history with at least 30 interceptions and 20 sacks. The man can definitely still contribute in certain areas. Cannot deny that fact there. The 6-time Pro Bowler leads all active players with 37 interceptions and can continue to add to his Hall of Fame credentials in 25. He's played in only 8 playoff games in his career, with his only trip to the NFC Championship game coming in a Vikings loss to the Eagles after the 2017 season. In 2025, he'll get at least one more chance to chase a Super Bowl as part of a Vikings defense that added defensive tackle Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, as well as cornerback Isaiah Rodgers this week. Smith also brings some stability back to the Vikings secondary after Bynum's departure to Indianapolis, and he'll have another year as one of the keys to the elaborate system of an on-field checks the Vikings have used to frustrate quarterbacks under Flores. Smith started as a playmaking rookie on a Vikings team that made a surprising playoff run in 2012, while he played behind Allen and Williams as well as fixtures like Chad Greenway and Antoine Winfield. Now, the icon, classic, understated safety is married with 2 young children and has been in Minnesota 4 years longer than anyone else on the team. Only Smith and fullback CJ Ham date back to the team's days in its Spartan Winter Park facility, before the Vikings moved from the Eden Prairie to Eagan and opened the sprawling TCO Performance Center in 2018. He'll have at least one more year to extend a run that has few parallels in Vikings history. Most of the players with Smith's longevity and production date back to the Bud Grant era. His name could reside alongside theirs in the team's record books by the end of the 2025 season. And that's what it is, homie. Shout out, respect to Hitman. No disrespect to Hitman. Like I say, never get it misconstrued. I'm glad he's coming back for a season. I know he can contribute in some way. But at the end of the day, we know what's up, dog. We know the real deal, Holyfield. Shout out, respect. Holyfield is a boxing legend, huh? But yeah, he got his money. He got paid, got his guapino. It's a win-win for both sides. Let's get it. Let's go on a Super Bowl run. Like they say, Super Bowl run, huh? Well, let's get it, homie. Let's get it, bro. The time is now. They finally attacked the trenches. Then let's see what happens out this thing. Fire them comments up. Feedback is much appreciated. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Make sure you hit that bell. Support the grind, support the channel. Big SKOL here. SKOL Vikes. Win, lose, or draw forever. Yeah.